So I'm currently in the city centre, Chiang Mai, in the square. And in a previous vlog, I had mentioned that you guys wouldn't be interested in seeing the work that I do. So really on this trip, on this series, I've just been kind of filming the travel stuff and interviewing different people. But a few of you got back to me in the comments and you said, actually, you would be interested to see the work that I do. And I guess one of the most common questions on this channel is, how do I make money to survive in Thailand? Well, the answer is, I have a number of different things going on that all kind of combine together to support the family. And then we also have a number of different things in the pipeline. Should the shit hit the fan on one thing, you do another. So YouTube is of course one of those things that I do. But for those that don't know, I also have a shop on Lazada, and a big part of this trip has been coming to find some products to add to the shop. We have a best-selling honey on our shop, which is free from corn syrup and refined sugars. And we also have a best-selling ceremonial cacao, which actually, with the situation in Chiang Rai at the moment, is a little bit difficult to produce. And so today I'm going to a place called Elephant Organic. It's a little spot here set up in conjunction with a friend of mine. It's his wife that has set it up here, and they have a lot of interesting products I'm going to be looking at. I have found a couple of things on this trip. So I found some coffee that I wanted to add to the shop. Now as I go to Elephant Organic, I'm going to see if they have a little chat with me and tell me about what they're doing here in Chiang Mai, maybe share their story a little bit. I'm all for stories on this trip. But yeah, if you didn't know, that's how I make money in Thailand. And yes, I have a work permit. And yes, I have a company set up where my work permit actually says YouTuber and e-commerce director. So it means that those are the two fields that I can legally work and do. So I'm legally carrying my camera down this street. Over the years, you get a lot of people going crazy about work permits and stuff. No, I think do the legal way. Okay, I'm legal, and so I can talk about my work. I can talk on YouTube. I can post videos. I can work with sponsors if I wish, and get products. And the fundamental aim is not to get rich. It is to support my family. And in Thailand, it can be a little bit easier because you don't need a lot. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he has kind of a very big business, another friend of mine, and he making a lot of money. And I said, what's wonderful is in Thailand, if you just make a small amount, it goes a long way, especially if you're living in a cheap area. And so it's not about building big business and making lots and lots of money. It's how can you make enough to survive and pay for your retirement as well, and then take care of the kids and that kind of thing. So that is the aim, that is the goal. Another thing you see a lot online is, there's foreigners working without permits everywhere. And while that might be the case for some, most foreigners I know, if they got a restaurant or they got a weed shop or they got something, they got an online shop, most of them are working for a company. So let's go and see Elephant Organic and have a chat with them. So I've arrived at the shop. This is what I do, and it's raining here, so you can see out the window. I just arrived in time, to be honest. It's a perfect day for it, to have a chat, and it's not all business, it's a bit of pleasure too. So a couple of friends of mine here. This is Elephant Organic. Chang, that's the Thai word for elephant. This is Elephant Organic that I'm in now, and I'm going to be talking with Sasa. She's running the show here, so ask her a few questions about it. I guess it's an angle of Thailand that you don't often see as well, because Thailand's a lot about eating noodles and going to the best beaches and that kind of thing, but obviously, just like anywhere in the world, there's business that goes on here, and I guess our niche is organic products and herbal stuff, and well, in my case, honey and cacao, which they're also into here. So, Sasa! It is Sasa, right?
Yes, my name is Sasa.
Yeah, so Sasa, this is your shop?
Yes.
Elephant Organic. Can you tell us a little bit about your shop? What does it sell?
So I'm selling organic, healthy products that I bring in from around the world, in Asia mostly, and also in Thailand, which is I want to support the local, especially in Chiang Mai and Busan.
And what kind of products do you sell, Sasa?
For example, superfood powder and superfood grains like seeds and nuts,
Mm-hmm.
organic rice,
Yeah.
and also like healthy products, more like snacks or more like pasta or maybe dry fruit, but they are organic or natural.
And why do you like it so much? Because I've been talking to Sasa off camera too, and she knows all the numbers and everything, all the prices of everything, where it all come from. Like it's something like your passion, yeah?
Passion.
Why are you passionate about it, Sasa?
Can I say from the beginning? Before I was working in hospitality, I ran a hostel, free hostel together, and I'm very passionate about tourism. But then the COVID hit, and everything gone, and I was thinking, what should I do next? And I also have pregnant, so I got my very beautiful son. And I was thinking, I want him to grow up in the environment, in a healthy environment, right? So I was thinking maybe in the future people will think about their health more or want to eat something nice and organic and like everything healthy, you know. Maybe not right now, it's slowly grow, but I'm sure what I'm doing right now, I will make things happen in a good way, especially for my people, Thai people, and also you guys, if you come from other places around the world and want to live in Thailand, then I also want to be a part of your healthy lifestyle.
And your customers here is a mix of Thai and foreigners too, right?
Yes, mixed Thai and foreigners, but at the moment, mostly foreigners because obviously they know about healthy and organic and like nothing it added, nothing pesticide or something like that, you know. But Thai people are still thinking of delicious, like sweet or things like that. But in this case, we will try to educate them on our social media, Facebook or Instagram, and tell them about how good it is, why you have to pick from normal one to an organic one or something like that. So we want to give them more education.
And I'll be stocking some of Sasa's products on my shop online as well. And you'll be able to find my honey if you're coming, visiting Chiang Mai. My honey will be in this shop here, which is Elephant Organic. In Chiang Mai, you can stop by and find some of our products here as well. So thank you, Sasa.
Thank you too, ค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you.
So it was nice of Sasa to take the time to talk with me. I'm also friends with her husband, there's a dude from London. And so I was just catching up with him for a couple of hours. And I understand that when I vlog anything that's work related, it comes across as some kind of like advertisement. It's generally hard not to do that if you're talking about something that you do for a living. And talking to other people about things that they do for a living, it's going to come across as an advertisement. I'm going to go and grab some lunch in central Chiang Mai. I'm going to find something nice to eat. And for sure in Chiang Mai, there's plenty of places to choose from. Well, I said there's a lot of choice in Chiang Mai, and there is. But sometimes you're spoilt for choice. I'm actually just looking for a simple noodle place. And unlike Pai, which I know very well inside and out, obviously it's a lot smaller. But I have my favorite spots there where I know they can get my coffee right. I know that it's going to be a nice dish, you know what I mean? But here, it's a little bit hit and miss. So I've been walking around for a bit, trying to find somewhere decent. And really, I'm just thinking about a hole-in-the-wall place like this. นี่ทำก๋วยเตี๋ยวไหมครับมีใช่ไหม Okay, I think I'm just going to stop here, guys. A noodle's a noodle in Thailand. You see, the thing about a noodle in Thailand is there's not going to be much variation. A noodle's a noodle. Now, a burger, like something like a burger.
Coca-Cola soda สิงคโปร์
Okay, น้ำเปล่านะครับ
Okay.
ครับผม So, unlike a burger where the variation is the patty differs, what they put on the burger differs and all that stuff, a noodle in Thailand is going to be pretty consistent. I don't think I've ever had a bad noodle since I've been here. And it's basically just the same ingredients, maybe a bit of luchin in there, little meatballs and stuff. So, any place, and this is a proper hole in the wall. I mean, you wouldn't even know it's a restaurant. Have a look around. I think they're probably more likely more of a nighttime place as well. And I've just caught them, setting up. So let's get a nice noodle, nice cold water. And so I guess on this topic of, making money in Thailand, I never planned to be a YouTuber, or I never planned this to be my job. I was working in corporate for a company called Minor when COVID hit and I started the channel. And so, no, I never planned for us to kind of make our way as a family through YouTube and selling online and stuff like that. All of this kind of stuff has come about. Sometimes it's just funny how things work out, because I thought I would be in the 9 to 5. And it wasn't really 9 to 5 because I was a senior manager, but I mean, it was long hours and still good money. But I thought I was going to have to work until maybe mid-50s before I could retire. Now I'm 36. And so we had like a plan. Things were planned out for our life. We hadn't built the house in COVID. We thought that was going to be something we would do in retirement. So kind of COVID caused this kind of movement from me making money and supporting our family from a profession and a career to doing both YouTube and online sales and a couple of other projects that I'm involved with here. And that was a challenge in itself, because you have to get legal doing that as well. So we had to register the farm as a company, but there are many ways. I've got a lot of friends that there are many ways that they make money in the country. Maybe they have a small business. Some of them are involved quite heavily in farming. Some of them doing like composting and stuff like that. Many of them are English teachers, of course. So Thailand isn't just a place where you can come. There's the old joke, like, how do you become a millionaire in Thailand? Well, you come as a billionaire, and then you'll be a millionaire. Because it's kind of the kind of place that kind of just drains you of money. But there are opportunities for people here to go into careers. I worked in hospitality. I had a jazz lounge. I've had an English school. So there are many possibilities here if you're quite entrepreneurial. If you're going to work for somebody else, it's a little bit more difficult, I think, especially like in a teaching capacity, that sort of thing. And so, yeah, that's how I make money, is through online sales, products that I really believe in and that I love, and which is going to be rapidly expanding now as well. And as I said, the ultimate goal, I just said to Sasa, the ultimate goal for us as a family is how much time can we have with the kids, how much time can we have doing what we want to do. So that's the number one goal. The number two goal then is to how do you fund that sort of thing. And so, yeah, I think adding some extra products and expanding our store is the next step. I think, YouTube is YouTube. It's pretty consistent. I don't see any rapid growth in my channels. My subscribers kind of know me and they know my family, and they've kind of stuck with us. I see a lot of the same names in the comments again and again in support of our family. And so I think YouTube is either going to fade out over the long term, or it's just going to stay something that's quite consistent, so long as people are getting something educational from the content, that they enjoy the content, that sort of thing. And so I don't imagine that I'll be doing YouTube forever, but so long as it's good and it helps support the family and I enjoy creating the content, then we'll continue to do that. I see the future more in kind of online sales and expanding our shop, and maybe even we're going into some retail shops as well in Thailand, a couple down south and one here up north. So that's an expansion of the business there. And like I said, I mean, the most important message of this vlog is, in Thailand you don't need to make a lot to live so well. You don't have to make a fortune. How come I cap?
Noodle is small, no have.
Oh,
big.
okay. Thank you. Cap. So he's given me, he said, no small noodle here, and he's done a big noodle, Thai style. So yeah, the main thing is in Thailand you don't need a lot, especially if you've built your own house and whatnot. So it's really just, I see it's for the kids, keeping the kids in school and that sort of things I've already touched upon. I don't think there's anything else I can really answer on this vlog. How do I make money in Thailand? This is one way, couple of ways I've told you that I make money. I guess a lot of vloggers, of course, YouTube itself, they're making money, they're making ad revenue, they're making sponsorships and things like that. And so they are making money. Some don't want to talk about it, of course, because unless it's fully above board and legal, you might want to keep that side of things a little bit quiet, but which I can understand. And also there are other businesses in Thailand that you get involved with. many people get into the hostels. I met quite a few. Well, I met 2 people that were in the hostel business, and they own hostels here. And I mean, the main part about that job is not really kind of like a Agoda or Booking.com or getting the hostel full. It's creating a sense of community, which involves like being quite a social person and bringing people together and organising events and stuff like that. I met some people that are very good at that, and that's what they're doing here. So, since I'm not overly averse to discussing sensitive topics on this channel, I think I've done quite a lot of that with Naked Guru. The question that comes up quite often from what I've seen traveling around here, Chiang Mai and around Thailand actually, is a lot of people are still wearing masks. A lot of people have commented why they're still wearing masks. And there's a few things on this, like number one, before COVID, a lot of Thais used to wear masks, mainly when they were sick. And certainly like if the kid is coming to school, in order to not transmit that to another kid, they wear a mask. So it's, in a way, it's kind of like being polite in that way. But it wasn't always the case before COVID that you saw a lot of sellers, stall vendors and things like that wearing masks. Of course it happened, but it wasn't as much as you see today. Certainly in the 7-Elevens, I never remember anybody wearing a mask unless they were sick before COVID, whereas now, nearly every 7-Eleven I go into, everyone's got masks on. And whatever your views are on the whole mask debate, I'm not getting into that. Like, I don't want to trigger the YouTube censorship algorithm. I don't think it's right for corporations to force their staff to wear masks. Like, you're breathing in that like recycled air, it's uncomfortable. And it seems to me like it's a lot of the low-level employees that are actually having to wear the masks. So my 2 cents, my humble opinion is, I'd like to see, unless they want to, less people wearing masks. Some people are wearing them for pollution reasons as well, like they buy a main road, so they want to not be breathing in the pollution. And Chiang Mai is one of those, it's one of those areas that is like in the red zone for pollution, especially during burning season. So I mean, that could be another reason why the masks, you know. But I've also seen it in our rural area, and our area is quite good where we live, where people are not so much wearing masks. There's another dude here, and I think also it's because of the traffic, so people are masking up. Not everybody's in masks. Certainly there's been some kind of like carryover from the old COVID days where people kind of got into it, or maybe they feel it's better for them, healthier for them, environmentally with the environment. But it also seems like a lot of employees and those kind of paid to kind of man the stalls or be in the shops, they're kind of like having to wear masks. And I don't know if it's a company policy or not, but it kind of seems like it. And the other thing is, well, you can't see the smile anymore. Big part about Thailand is the Thai smile, right? And you don't get to see that if everybody is masked up. I'm just going to check in this cafe here. I'm always reluctant to order coffee in another place that I don't know, because 7 times out of 10, it's rubbish. I have to look at somebody else's coffee. I'm very particular about it, guys. I'm a pain in the arse about it, because I like one shot, nice and creamy, no sugar, or a little bit of sugar if they want to sneak it in there, maybe some honey if they've got it. I'm just anybody who watches this vlog knows I'm a complete pain in the arse about it, and I know it. I know that about myself. So yeah, masks are in at the moment for many people. You know, not everybody, but I've seen a lot of it while I've been here. I've seen a lot of it while here, and I hope that, you know, if you want to wear a mask, that's your own choice. So I hope in the majority of cases it's about choice and not being forced, like being mandated to do it. So let's hope that's the case. That's my little rant on masks. From my opinion, I'm sure my subscribers for sure have their views on that they can leave in the comments and what they think about it. You gotta try and see it from all angles sometimes. Sometimes there's a very reasonable explanation, so don't just go up to somebody and see how they got a mask on. Oh, you're part of the bloody sheep, you're a sheeple. You know, like it's somehow related to COVID. In Thai culture, it's not necessarily related to that. It could be that they're just sick and you're kind of throwing all this political stuff at them when it's not really a political situation. I ain't got a mask on, and I don't intend to be wearing a mask anytime soon.